Welcome, Virgo, to your September mid-month reading. Hope your friends are doing great out there. Hope you guys are still having a great birthday. Happy birthday for those of you in this beautiful mid-month. And any Virgo Libras that are watching, happy birthday to you as well. Okay, so getting straight in here. And cross watchers, welcome, welcome. You're always welcome. Okay, so let's see what's going on over here. And anyone new to the channel, welcome, welcome as well. Let's see. What do we have going on over here with the beautiful Virgos and Virgo season? Guys, getting ready for that lunar eclipse coming up. It is a partial lunar eclipse. Okay, let's see. But it is a great time for manifesting, praying, however you do so, right? It is definitely 2 times the energy. So let's get in here and see what's going on. I will have that reading up next for those of you who are interested in that. Some interesting things going on for you, my friends. First card coming out is lack of communication. Why do we have lack of communication? Somebody is not communicating right. Misunderstandings, lack of communication. You know what? I want to use the tarot deck because I want to know why. Why? Why are we not communicating? Somebody does not want to. They feel they have unfinished business. They do not want to address or resolve this issue. They want to resolve it the way they want to resolve this issue. So they don't really have the apathy, right, or real true forgiveness to really reconcile this situation. They still want to address the situation at hand instead of just letting it go. So therefore it's making more misunderstandings than there needs to be. Now for some of you could say there's, addressing the elephant in the room scenario, but then there's one that goes a little overboard. Okay, so let's see why. Why is this happening? What's going on? Disharmony could be within a love situation. That's the way I am seeing it. You can say your partner, my passions. However, right now I'm literally seeing it being with a loved one. You and your lover are not seeing eye to eye right now, and they really want to bring this to light, not let it go. Like, I got it. Okay, we could let this go. But they're being very impatient about it. They don't want to plan. There's no plans for them to let this go anytime soon. So whatever this misunderstanding is, they're really standing their ground for this situation. It could be a Gemini that you're dealing with, but they are really, really standing their ground on this situation. They are not letting this go. Whatever has happened, guys, they want this obstacle and challenge to remain. 5, 6, 7, not going anywhere. You're saying, I want this change. I want this to be done. Or maybe you're doing it, okay? For the cross watchers, say, no, Virgo ain't letting it go. Okay? But for now, it's a Virgo reading, so I see it right now as this, I'm going to call it Gemini for now. For some reason, I really feel Gemini in here, right? It's just becoming the point where it's just like I'm bored with this situation. I'm bored of hearing the same thing over and over and over again. You're not letting this go. Okay? So you're trying to keep the patience where they're very impatient. So there's an impulsiveness coming through. So it could be also, you could be dealing with an Aries, Sagittarius, could be a Leo, could be Aries, Taurus, cusp, could be a Taurus itself. However it is, though, it does definitely feel, though, like you're just trying to be patient about the situation. Okay, I got this. They're being very impatient and very impulsive about this. They're almost embracing in this argument, embracing in this misunderstanding. They're putting their foot down, saying, I am not wrong about this situation. You are wrong. So that's exactly how I see it. Right? You are wrong. I am right. Nope. Don't see it any other way. This is the way it is. You're absolutely wrong. And even if you're saying, I know I'm wrong, they're saying, I know you're wrong, but I'm not going to let it go. We're going to still talk about it. Okay. Let it go. Oh my God, let it go. Yeah. So I could feel like there was, some kind of jealousy going on. Maybe they felt that, you were hiding something from them. Okay. Or maybe you accused them of something and they want to stand their ground and say they're not wrong. And you're saying, but I know you're wrong. But they want to keep going at it. Whoever it is, there's some deception and envy going on. Okay. Even if you know that you did something wrong, they're not going to let that go. Or maybe you didn't do anything wrong, but they think that you're doing something wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because no matter what it is, it's a miscommunication. Okay, fine. So you're not doing what I thought you were doing. I thought you were doing something wrong. You say you weren't. Let it go. Fine. Look, who cares? It's gotten to that point where it's more of an annoyance. I can feel this annoyance. Okay. And you just really want to balance out this situation, but do you notice that these two pillars here are imbalanced because it's in reverse? You want the balance, they don't want it balanced. Okay. They don't want the balance. Somebody wants to be right. It's just like there's this like honest, straightforward, and expressing your feelings about how you feel about the situation, whether you're right, you're wrong. It's like, fine. Okay. So it's either, I want the reconciliation, you don't. So somebody wants it, somebody does not want to let it go. The communication is no bueno. Foundations and achievements coming in at the end of the month where the heart is still, not being occupied, right? That's not a good thing. So where you're wanting a heart-to-heart conversation, which you feel like if we got past this, we could have a deeper connection, but they're bringing this up over and over and over again, like they're trying to kill that loving feeling. So what they end up doing is shutting down their heart chakra, which could therefore lead for you to do so too. Because it does feel like I want the Four of Wands, but now you've made me disconnected. So if someone's losing that loving feeling, why? Because you've been pushing on the issue too long, and now I don't. Oh. Yeah. They pushed you away. They're pushing you away. That's it. I've tried to fix this with you, but now you're making me lose that loving feeling. So now I'm shutting down my heart. And it doesn't mean you still don't love them. It just means I'm disconnecting. You're pushing this too much. You're making this to where you're pushing me away. You're making my light into darkness. You're bringing my happiness and joy into a dark place. So where you want this love, you want this to grow, but the more they keep harping on the situation, the more you're disconnecting. Even though all you want to do is fix it. That's going to be a freaking problem. Yeah, see? Bringing in the heartache. Not allowing the love to grow. Pushing an issue too far to where it's pushing you away. Just doesn't mean that you won't come back. It just means that for this time, through the end of the month, I mean, this is going towards the end of the month. It's almost like you wouldn't let this go. You're so obsessed with this situation that instead of bringing me closer, you're pushing me away from you. Why do they want to push? Because they don't know what they're doing. The obsessiveness of wanting to be right or whatever the situation is, they've gone too far. They won't give it a rest. So that just pushes you into this corner of you probably going into hermit mode and ghosting them. That's literally, I could literally see that. The disconnect. Well, Virgo, you push a Virgo too far, you're going to end up pushing them into a hidey hole where they're just not going to want to talk anymore. It's almost like I was listening, we were balancing this out, but you don't want to communicate properly. So you put me in this place of anxiety. You're putting me in this place where I just feel like, you know what, fine, I'm just going to be in my comfort zone. I'm just, because you're putting me in this place of despair where it's like, I'm trying to fix this. You don't want to fix this. They don't want to fix this. They may be making you feel guilty, punishing you, making you feel dishonest about the situation, or they don't want to take they have a lack of accountability to where they want to come, take it how it resonates, but it definitely know what I mean, that's literally what it is. It's an imbalance. Somebody, they may be playing victim to the situation, however the situation is, making you feel guilty, and it's like, okay, fine, I already said I'm sorry, right? Or you're just saying, you know what, it's done, it's over with, but they want to, no matter what, guys, they're still pushing this, okay? Going too far to where it just becomes obsessive with the situation. King of Pentacles could be dealing with also with a Libra or a Taurus, if I didn't say that already, but I do have, yeah, and then the other signs I already said. There's an obsessiveness that's going on with this, where they're not going to let this die. It's almost like they want. So it's like you're playing it safe. I'm telling you, you're going into Virgo mode. You're going to shut down. Because you're going to play it safe. Because they're almost like they're going after their own personal goals with the situation. It's like, what are you winning out of the situation? I mean, do you want me to walk away? Do you want this to be over? Obstacle and challenge. You want the inner peace. You just want this to go back the way it is. But your instincts are pretty much telling you, okay, it's time to avoid the situation. They've taken it too far. Because they're looking for seeking their own personal closure. And the only way that you feel like you can seek the personal closure is by cutting it short, cutting yourself out of the picture. I'm going into Virgo mode. And those of you, like I said, who don't know what Virgo mode is, I know a few new people have asked me this. That's just when you go into this place of pulling yourself away from the situation. You completely shut down. You go, and kind of hide out with your own thoughts, your own feeling, kind of ghosting. It's kind of a ghosting scenario. But it's actually for healing, and it's a very good thing to do. It's not a bad thing. If anybody ever tells you that, they're absolutely 100% wrong. That is a part of who you are. We have 4 signs altogether that do this. It's Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and yourself. Okay? It's 100% needed to do such a thing. And if you're my Virgo risings who are watching, you're going to probably do the same thing because it's going to be a part of who you are. Because rising is very strong. But it's definitely saying because you don't feel that there's an incomplete, they don't want to complete this cycle. They don't want to complete this the right way. So this is definitely where you're saying, okay, there's no closure. You don't want to do anything. That's it. I'm not talking to you. I'm just going to go hang out by myself. And it's a lot of alone time, right? So it's just taking that step away. I'm stepping away from the situation, going quiet. You might even be talking to other people who are closest to you. Sometimes I do notice Virgo will do that. I'm just going to shut myself off from you, go into Virgo kind of hermit silent mode with you, but I'm going to go talk to my bestie. I'm going to talk to people who lift me. Either that or I'm just, very non-sociable. Just like, hey, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm kind of busy, right? And then just kind of ghosting the world. Depends on the person. Everybody's a little different. Okay, but definitely you're taking yourself out of the situation. Okay, what I call Virgo mode. I give everybody their own thing, right? Cancer is the shell mode. I guess Scorpio has the hidey hole, and Pisces, I give him the underwater castle kingdom. So, I got to stop and smell the roses. I'm Taurus, right? I got a tree over here. I got to stop. I got to smell some roses. I'll get back to you in a minute. But yeah, you feel like it could be a karmic lesson. It could be. It could literally be. It could be a karmic lesson between the two of you. Absolutely. We do have a karmic lesson card coming out. That would be the Five of Pentacles in reverse is a karmic lesson. This is about improving the relationship, working on a relationship, making positive changes, learning from the situation. How are we going to learn to improve this situation and move forward? And it also could be a karmic lesson on forgiveness, on whoever is not willing to forgive. And how do we make these things work, and how do we work through these? Right? Because a karmic lesson, when you're coming to a karmic person or a karmic situation, right? It's not only you learning a lesson, they're learning something about it too. So for instance, if it's a karmic, which it probably is, we have a lot of lessons. Welcome to Planet School. But it would be about, how do we deal with this situation? You're gonna go and kind of ghost them. I don't want to listen to it anymore because you're not listening to me over some stupid little miscommunication BS that maybe I thought was one way or you thought it was this way, but we should have been able to work this out. So that becomes a karmic lesson. That becomes a test, right? Can we move through this peacefully? Can we do this? And then it could also be the karmic lesson of the other person. Let's just say whoever, right? Because of cross watchers. How are they dealing with that? Are you just going to continue and never forgive for the situation? Do you really want to push, somebody into a corner? Do you really, really, is it really necessary? Right? To keep pushing this, right? Until it's dead. Until you just end up pushing someone away. So, and then you have to come back. We'll see if that's going to happen. But I'm telling you right now, then you have to come back and you're going to have to try to get the Ten of Cups from the situation. Learn that this was the wrong way to do something. We could have had more communication. We could have done this the easy way. But because of the stubbornness, the obsessiveness to the situation, you've taken the hard path instead of the easy path. Those are karmic lessons. That's the test, right? That's where the improvement needs to be. That's where we grow. Unfortunately, if you can learn it and know where it messed up, you can learn from it, grow from it, and not allow it to happen again, right? Because once we learn something and grow from it, then we won't do that again, right? Because we learn, right, from the situation. You have the balance to the temperance. So this is about the balance. It's about the patience, about the purpose. What is the purpose in the situation? Why can't we just balance this out? Why, can't we take moderate steps to balance this out? Why can't we be it's being sensible about the situation, right? So the overall over here is the Emperor to the Queen of Pentacles, wanting to nurture the situation, hoping for for some kind of respect, some kind of common ground, some kind of, so let's support each other. Let's try to work this out lovingly, This is a crucial role to our success, to who we are. No, my heart is in reverse. I have taken a new direction. My heart is closed. Because of this creating a conflict and this poor communication, this has caused nothing but instability. And I'm going to now procrastinate on the situation as I am kind of ghosting you, and my heart is closed right now. We're not talking about this. Because there is a darkness that's going through that's coming to an ending. Now, we have to say two different things. This is a general reading. Is it the ending to the situation and you're putting your foot down and saying, well, because I'm ghosting you, this is the ending of this situation? Number one, we know that's true. But it's going to be the ending of this relationship. Now, that's going to be where everybody's is going to be different. And I'm not answering that question. Okay? Because you know there's only two scenarios. Either you are or you're not. That's your free will. I leave that to you. I'm not here to tell you what to do on those areas, okay? Because we already know there's already two. Is this going to be the death of this relationship 100 and I'm putting it into it and I'm going somewhere else because I can't stand it no more? Okay? Or is this just the end of this and we'll transform from this after I'm done closing down and I start seeing you wanting to come back around? There's going to be so much past resentment going on right now that the desire to reconcile doesn't even exist right now. It's still in reverse. Wow. Wow. Because they're still obsessed with the situation. Seven of Pentacles. It's like they're not going to let this go, guys. Deception, lack of faith, false success, and obsession. It's the same. The only difference is a different card. So it looks like there's a cutting losses here. It almost looks like they want to cut the losses more than they want to reconcile this situation. They don't want to do so. I'm telling you right now, they want to see it. They want it their way. This is a one-sided situation. See it my way. And that's it. Sorry, that's it. Yeah, because everything else is confusion and overwhelmed by the situation, causing inconsistency in the communication in the relationship, and overwhelmed and frustrated through the situation, not finding any balance. Now, does that mean that they won't come back later in life? Come on, guys, you know the answer. They absolutely could, right? They could come back and want to learn in a couple of months, in a couple of, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks from now, once they get over it. But for now, what it's saying is they really want to make you understand that it's their way or the highway. That's it. Their way or the highway. I mean, that's it. You don't see it my way. So unless you want to come back and see it my way, then I will reconcile with you. I am right, even if I am wrong. And even if you're right, you're wrong. And even if even if you already, Virgo, said you were sorry about the situation, that's too bad. Because you really need to see, from my perspective, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to let it go, no matter what. You did wrong. Now, that's great that you said you were sorry. Yeah, that's great, but we're going to just kill this till it no longer has any energy. But I don't want it to not really have any energy, because I want to bring it up, and make sure that energy, that negative energy, continues throughout this relationship until you say goodbye. And that's exactly what it's saying. So they almost forcefully make you close that door. And whether, like I said, whether or not they want to come back and they recognize what they did, or they're sad because Virgo's gone, or however the situation, that's to be seen. I'm not going that far in the future. We're in mid-month. We're in mid-month, kind of catching on to a little bit of the end of the month, right? The reason I catch on to the little bit of the end of the month, right, is in case it doesn't come back in the next reading, because we might not be working in the 5th house or the 7th house. We might be working in money, right? So, see, within the next few months, there's something better. Oh, so, okay, well, that kind of gives you an idea for some of you of how that might be. Moving on. Okay, I'm just leaving it there. Okay, so that was it for you, my friends, and happy birthday! Yeah! Do you know you have something wonderful coming? So just make sure that you're still continuing to take action where action is needed. Until next time, my friends, peace and love. Bye-bye.